wearing all black, being aggressive, hitting bombs. Got to hit bombs off the tee to be able to get to those small sections. And that's what I'm going to do today. Hit bombs and attack the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aloha Press. This is episode 13. We are recording, not live, but we're actually video recording this podcast. So this is we're both on the porn couch, which is kind of creepy because you're recording on the porn couch. It's just awkward.
Well, there's just this distance between us, you know. I don't know how close are we supposed to be, how far away are we supposed to be from each other? Are we even on camera?
Yeah, we're on camera. You see the video thing right there. It's great.
It's like an audition, you know, like the casting couch.
It's like the casting couch. So guys, really appreciate you guys listening, the download. We are slowly growing, which we really appreciate all the follows on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I activated our Twitter account.
I heard about that.
I'm not good at it at all.
That's what I heard. John Cruz told me that we have a Twitter, and I said, I don't even know what fuck Twitter is. And he said, you have 2 followers. And I said, I don't know. I stick to Instagram.
It's confusing, but we're going to figure it out. So this is the Open. Is it the Open? It's the Open.
Yep.
That's what they call it, right? It's not the Open Championship.
The
it's not
Open.
the Great British UK Championship.
I always grew up knowing it as the British. But then all of a sudden it became wrong to call it that, I guess. And you had to call it the Open. Otherwise you were dumb.
Well, because, I mean, technically it was in a different country.
Yeah.
This round, right? So this is the Open. I'm going to call it the Open Championship. Yeah. This is the Open Championship. This is our recap of the 4-day. Would like to, stretch out an olive branch and congratulate Shane Lowry, the winner. Played pretty good. Dude was from freaking Ireland, so that was cool. Did you get a chance to watch any of it?
Nowhere near as much as I would have liked. We talked about how we had big plans of being awake, working graveyards and sneaking in some viewership. That went out the wayside with a lot of busyness at work. So I did not get to watch any of the first 3 rounds. I always caught up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
See where everybody was at. And then I was lucky enough on Saturday night, Sunday morning, to finish out my real work week with somebody not showing up for work. So I got 2 extra hours to sit there, and I actually watched a little bit of golf. And so I watched, it was about the time that Brooks was teeing off, so the group before.
Right.
And I got to see Brooks, and then I got to see the final group for about 6 holes.
Well, that's good.
And it was not very exciting.
I mean, it
had Shane Lowry made double on the first hole.
Oh, yeah,
and
that
Fleetwood made birdie, and it was a 3-shot swing, and it was all down to 1. Probably would have been pretty exciting. But he makes that like 8-footer for a bogey. Fleetwood misses, and then he just gets kind of steady. And Brooks made 4 bogeys in a row.
Did you see Brooks on the first hole when he's playing with JB Holmes?
No.
Signaling to the official, like pointing at his imaginary watch and being like, he's obviously very slow.
Is he taking forever?
Yeah, he was taking.
No, I did not.
Just
see
plumb bobbing. It was incredible.
And what did he shoot? You told me he shot.
Who, Shane or
JB Holmes?
JB Holmes. He shot 87 on the final day. Went from like tied for 4th to like tied for like.
I could tell the wheels were coming off with him though. Like he looked solid, obviously day 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But then like he just started hitting some really bad shots. So
he was.
You actually have note cards.
I have note cards. So I'm looking at my note card. This is so new. We're filming it, which is, I'm not gonna lie, this is really awkward. The cool thing about the podcast was like, I could show up in my pajamas and like flip flops, and I had to wear my Aloha Press shirt.
I know. I actually put a shirt and a hat on today too.
Could work.
Sell the brand.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great start.
Yeah, they always are.
It's always unique.
Well, here's the thing.
Beginning.
The 4 majors, the Masters was fucking unbelievable.
Right.
And had an unbelievable finish, unbelievable story. It was easy to come and talk about it. I don't know what these other podcasts are talking about for the Open, but the 3 majors after the Masters have been pretty boring.
They have. And it's not lack of like good play, because I think the winner is just fucking kicking everyone's ass, and it's making it not entertaining on Sunday. Like, we didn't really see a lot of like people just blowing up and doing, usually it's like on Sunday, the freaking leader, what was that, the PGA Championship? Kind of the wheels fall off. Harold Varner. I mean, he,
Your boy.
I mean, that guy, that is the definition of wheels falling off. Like,
That is very true.
Shane Lowry just ran away with it. I mean, shooting 63 on Saturday was just incredible. And then going out and only shooting one over on Sunday. I mean, he was not going to let anyone get close to him just based on the conditions. I mean, it was freaking blowing 25, 30.
See, and had it been closer, I probably would have stayed awake
Yeah.
and powered through and tried to watch it. But there was just like, no end in sight. I was like, he ain't going to blow this one.
No, he really wasn't. But the cool thing was that, I mean, he had blown a major championship before over at Oakmont, where he slept on a 4-shot lead and freaking
Who, DJ beat him?
yeah, DJ beat him,
Okay.
yeah. And he choked down the stretch, but it was cool to hear him talk about, what he was actually thinking about, because most of these guys, give us this bullshit about, oh, it's just another tournament, it's his nation's freaking open. And this was a huge accomplishment for him. And he was actually like saying like, I was nervous about it. And I mean, he damn near shanked one off the first tee.
Didn't he say? I thought I read an article that said he was shaking on the first tee. It was the most nervous he's ever been for a tee shot in his career.
Which fuck, I mean, you
Which is
get
like
a
me and
4-shot
you.
lead.
Me and you on the fucking first tee at Castle Oaks for the public links.
It's nerve wracking. You hit one of those 180-yard freaking duck hooks into the freaking.
Right? Everybody's watching.
So the one thing, I mean, the Open was great. I had a really, it was fun watching. I had a couple days off. My son and I were hanging out this weekend. The wife went to Napa, did some wine tasting. So it was a boys' weekend, and he did a privilege of waking me up about 3:30 at every night to make sure that I was awake for the Open.
He was your alarm clock. He knew.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And so we enjoyed a lot of it. I didn't realize that the Open, when someone is leading by that much, it's great. It's great nap times.
Yeah,
We took a solid like 3 or 4 naps during the weekend.
I believe it.
which was good. But I don't know. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool that they returned to a place that looked just unbelievable. And I kind of wish the weather kicked up, or at least the wind picked up during the week.
Me too. That was kind of the one thing I was looking at. When I was looking at those scores, I was like, oh, it must be nice there, because there's no way that these guys are going out and shooting 63. And a lot of guys are shooting under par. And, in the beginning of the week, some of the guys said that there's no way this thing would touch double digits. Well,
Shit.
by,
Shane Lowry proved them
3
wrong.
rounds in, he's 16 under. That doesn't happen very often at the Open. So,
I don't know. I thought it was cool. And I mean, just looking back after the second round, I mean, there was so many people that freaking missed the cut. That was just, well, Phil, I mean, you predicted that.
That's the one thing I
was
got
not
right.
sold. I was like, he's on this cleanse. He inspired me a little bit. And he goes out there and shoots like, what did he shoot? I wrote it down. Freaking 76, 74. Tiger, I mean, it was a little breezy, a little chilly. I'm assuming the 3-week vacation after, the U.S. Open.
He didn't go over and prep. He did it in Florida, and that
So,
was a mistake. He should have prepped
bullshit.
in the weather.
He said that he was prepping he was getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Dude was on vacation with his family.
Yeah, well, he was whining about plane flights here and there. It's like, whatever.
I mean, I don't know. I think for Tiger to win another major, it's got to be like 75 degrees.
Well, and I think he's got to figure it out. Like, he can't just only play in the majors.
Right.
Like, he's got to play a little bit of golf somewhere in between and make some cuts and have some good finishes.
Like, I'm pretty sure from the Masters to the Open Championship, he's played one PGA Tour
I
event.
think they said he played like 8 rounds of competitive golf from the winning the Masters.
Well, maybe taking the Brooks Koepka route.
Fuck, he plays less golf than us. We don't play that much.
Exactly. We're only together once a week. So congratulations, Shane Lowry. What are some other highlights that I saw that were kind of entertaining? David Duval. I think we could have challenged him on Thursday.
I think so. It's not very often that I look at the major courses, the venues these guys play at, and think that I'd do anything good at that course. I always think, oh yeah, I'd probably be struggling to break 100. But I didn't think that course was that tough. Without the wind and stuff, like I think we could play that course.
I mean, if you were driving the ball really well and just driving it straight and just,
I don't know. I think I beat 91.
I think I could. I mean, it didn't. I mean,
Especially started out birdie.
no, on Sunday I would have shot 130 in that wind, just hitting freaking 150-yard drives into the wind. Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, that's a different story. get a good
That's way
get a good day out there though, some sunshine.
Because I would have played like JB Holmes, like where I'm just trying to overpower the wind and just hitting these duck hooks. There was some times where I was like, holy shit. Like another thing I wanted to address, hole one, we talked about in the pre-open podcast. On the left and the right, there was OB. They were hitting people and the balls were bouncing back into play. That is not your typical.
No, you told me about that, and I believed you, but I didn't believe they'd suck it in that much. It's like there's usually not OB on any course ever in the PGA Tour, like,
right?
Unless you're playing out of guys' fucking decks. But then to see Rory shot on number one, I thought, okay, yeah, he pulled it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the people all move, and then there's these white stakes.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, sorry,
OB.
Try again.
What does OB actually mean? Just out of bounds. I thought it'd be like a road or like maybe a piece of property that wasn't designated for the golf course.
Obviously you can make OB anywhere you want. These guys did.
I mean,
just tug a rope and fucking put a white stake.
Done. See you later. Re-tee.
Sorry, we just made this course really, really hard.
Just lining everything with OBs.
But speaking of Rory, I know Oliver from Off the Deck picked him.
Yeah.
I thought he had a good chance too. He obviously struggled a lot early on in the first round. Played well the second day. Dude, I think he would have won if he made the cut. I think all the nerves were gone. I mean, he would have shot 6 under the second day.
Well, because he shot. I don't know what he shot the first day.
I think he was 8 over. So he
shit.
shot 79, something like that, and then comes back, shoots 6 under. He wins the course. Like I think he would have been up in the top. Like
I think you're right, because the dude. I mean, Thursday. I mean, the emotions got to be flowing. I mean, freak all the pressure and everyone there and family and friends and it's in freaking Ireland. Like what the I don't know. Yes,
it got to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I think so.
He kicked some ass the second day,
which is cool. I mean, I don't know. A couple notables. John Ron.
Oh, well, yeah, our picks.
Yeah. Do you want to go over our picks?
Sure.
Let's go over our picks.
I will give a shout out.
Did anyone win a hat?
Nope.
No one hat.
No signature edition hats. But Ben, Ben's picked 2 out of the first 2 he picked.
Right.
And then he got second place with Tommy Fleetwood. So he obviously has a clue. If I wanted to put some money on it, I'd probably take what Ben says and run up to Tahoe because he does okay. Courtney picked Koepka. He got 4th. I picked Rahm. He got 11th. And then down at 41st was Schauffele and Travis. And then you got Paul Casey, who he made the cut. He got 57 plus 4. And then Brian took Tiger. That didn't work out too well. Yeah,
it's a rough pick. It was an emotional pick. Which recording the Masters podcast, like after it, like I think we all thought Tiger was going to contend and compete in all the majors.
Well, and that was another hard thing. You go into the weekend knowing that you don't have Tiger, Rory, and Phil. Like
no, and Jason Day. They had a bunch. I can't remember. There was a few guys that you're like, what? Hideki Matsuyama
didn't make the cut.
Nope, didn't make the cut. There was just a lot of guys who I thought would be there on the weekend and just weren't. And I think that's kind of cool about the Open Championship. It brings a whole different field of players. It's such an international style field because it's not your typical PGA Tour event like the other. I don't want to say the other 3 majors are set up like PGA Tour events, but they're not links golf. They're not exposed to the elements as much. It's not. It's just different, So I don't know. I thought that was cool. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good Open. I think Royal Portrush. I would love to go there. It looked freaking awesome. Looked amazing. Freaking on the ocean.
Is that a public course?
I jumped on their website and it looks like you can book tee times. I think they have. I'm not sure. This isn't a direct quote, but I think you can either. It's a private course, but a lot of those courses over there that are private, they have like guest days on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's open to the public. You can book a tee time. So I think it's accessible to the public, which is cool.
Someday we'll go.
Someday. Well, is Brooks Koepka the next Tiger Woods? We addressed it in the first podcast we ever recorded. That dude, top 5 every major.
And like I said, I didn't watch a lot. I saw some of the highlights, but it all from what it sounds like, if he just could make some putts, he probably would have been up there chasing for the lead. So
it's almost so when I started watching golf, like the people that you watched was Tiger and Phil. Like those were the guys that you watched because those guys were always like kind of in tension and they were entertaining. Brooks, I've decided is that entertaining guy because he freaking was pissed. He stuffed everything to like 12, 18 feet, just could not make a putt. I mean,
Were the greens slow?
I heard that the greens they were rolling at like 9 something or not 9 something. They were rolling at like 10, 11 Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday they kicked them up to like 9, and then they rolled them back up to, or excuse me, Sunday they were rolling at 9, and then I think Saturday they were rolling at like 11. So they were not fast.
It kind of seemed like Velcro sometimes around the hole when they hit these putts and you go, oh, that's going to fly by. And then it just,
Nope,
it just
just
stopped.
slowed down.
And I'm like, I don't know. Because where did we play where it was kind of like that? Was it, Nakoma.
Yeah, up
It's
in
tough
Nakoma.
to make putts.
Well, they roll true. It just, you got to commit to hitting it freaking
Yeah,
hard.
you almost got to take the break out and just bang it.
Yep. And Brooks, it seemed like every shot, every putt he hit, it was like a tap and par all the time. And it wasn't like, and he was just getting pissed.
Which is boring, but in
Which is
Bernie's
boring.
words, pars are good.
Pars are good. Middle of the green, pars.
Pars are
all the time. But he was just, I mean, he was like putter throws, fucking, like emotionally, like you could tell, like,
It was wearing on him.
oh yeah, he was super pissed. And I don't know. The dude's got to be the favorite. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I think
For
he'll win
next
a
year's
couple
majors.
year.
I don't see why not. I mean, the dude's, I don't know. I don't want to get into our predictions for next year. We got to save a couple podcasts, but
That's true.
I don't know. I think he did an unbelievable job. All right, what's next? So is that you want to wrap up? So let me ask you this: of the 4 majors, what was your favorite major? Was it the Masters?
The Masters by far. By far. I stayed up, working graveyards, watched some of that, fell asleep, recorded it, went back and watched it. Like, almost probably had tears in my eyes when Tiger won. Like, that was above and beyond the highlight of this year.
It was an emotional Masters for sure. Like to be able to sit there with my son, who's like, like 4 months old at the time, like what to share that moment, and then him like, putting out, making bogey, and freaking and taking the championship, like that was just unbelievable. So I agree. I think the best major this year was the Masters, and to see Tiger Woods kind of back on top and take down some of those younger guys that talk some shit about, only if I could battle Tiger when in his heyday.
Yeah.
He proved it again, which kind of, I don't want to say kind of let us down for the rest of the majors, the rest of the year, but
Well, I do think it took a lot out of him. You could tell because maybe he didn't, know if he would be able to do that again, and then to finally do it and to do it in that fashion, and then all of a sudden it's just like, all the wind was out of his sails, like, and people. But then us guys like us start thinking, well, now he's going to win them all,
well, exactly. I mean,
So
of course. I mean, the dude is striping it. So, yeah, I agree. Best major of the year was probably the Masters.
I do. So the Masters obviously the best, but I'll always remember watching the U.S. Open up in Nakoma just because of our trips.
Oh yeah, that was
And
incredible.
Gary Woodland was solid. He played
Yeah,
really solid on Saturday and Sunday. So I'll always remember that one because of our trips. But as
Oh,
for
the trip
golf,
to the actual U.S. Open, yeah, that was super
The golf
memorable.
and the other 3, whatever.
I don't know. Maybe I think the goal next year is to go to the actual PGA Championship up at TPC Harding Park. So I think we're gonna be making some memories. We are unfortunately I don't know if we told you guys we are not going to the Masters.
We got denied, right?
We got denied with I think the rest of the world.
Did anybody post? I saw a lot of posts on Instagram of the denial. Did anybody post that they actually got tickets?
Nope, never saw anyone that actually
that
got
shit
the
rigged?
tickets. I don't know if it's rigged. I think it's. I mean, a lot of people want to go to the Masters, and I don't think it's just. I don't think it's just your typical golf fans. I mean, if you told your wife like, "Hey, we're going to the Masters," she'd be like, "Absolutely!" Like,
You would think though that one of our followers or somebody that's in the golf Instagram game would be like, "Hey, check out mine. I got 2 tickets."
right?
Like,
And
but
none of them.
did. It was
Nope.
all like sad faces.
all of them. And so we're not going to the Masters unless we're going to pay an extremely large amount of money to get there.
We don't. Maybe if our subscription box takes off.
Subscription box takes off, and then maybe they grant us like a media pass. Maybe
Yeah,
record a couple podcasts. I don't know.
we'll see.
We'll see. But yeah. So moving on. What do you think about the actual schedule this year? Because normally we'd have the Open Championship and then we'd have a PGA Championship here in a couple weeks, kind of the start of football season. I don't know, what do you think about the change and the total like schedule itself?
I liked it. I just seemed kind of like you always had something to look forward to. There was no big breaks. It was like bang, 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 bang. Now we're done.
Yeah,
So now we've got a wait though. So I don't know. We're gonna have to find something to do.
I mean, it's like I think someone was saying it was like 290 some days away from the Masters.
Are we that far away?
Yeah, dude, it's deep. Like it's April, and it's only like the middle of July.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be a while, but I don't know. I thought it was cool the way they kind of compacted it all together. I mean, I'm sure the players weren't too happy about it because I think you can get hot at different times in the year, but for us at least, I mean, for when we started doing this podcast, when we started with the Masters and said we're going to capture all the majors, I mean, it's done. It's over. We got to find some new content. I mean,
I know.
They're not producing more majors.
We're just gonna have to play a lot more.
That's true.
That's always
take a few more
That's
trips.
always good content.
Absolutely. It's just comedy. I don't know. Anything more about the Open or the major championships?
I'm over it.
You're over it? Done?
I'm over it.
You can put a bow on
Yep.
it, fucking mail it away.
Wait till next year.
All right, so I reached out to a couple of people. I was, I went and played in this freaking Pub Links thing, and this guy I was playing. I was like, dude, you gotta lower your freaking spin rate, all this shit. You're gonna be hitting it farther. So I went out and I reached out on Instagram, and some people were like, I'm like, which driver should I get? I don't want to spend $200 and get fitted, which sounds like I'm not saying anything wrong with getting fitted. Okay, you and I talked about it, but it seems like I'm one of the cheapest people in the world, and I don't see the value in spending over $500 for a driver or a golf club that I'm going to hit. Like, if I'm playing good, I'm only going to hit 6 to 8 times around.
Yeah.
And so I reached out, and someone was kind enough to say, hey, go to this particular website. I'm not going to mention the name. I don't think I should mention the name because I don't want to piss anyone off.
Don't make anybody mad at us.
Because I don't want to ruin any reputations that we could have. Oh shit, we forgot to mention something else. But so I reached out, and after watching the Open Championship with kind of the debacle and the rumors that were going on with Xander Schauffele and his driver, and then him mentioning that some other companies.
Did you go out and find that illegal one?
I was trying.
And ain't nobody going to test your driver.
I know,
Right?
right?
I'd go get that illegal one and freaking go out there and
super hot face
bang
and
it a
just-
little bit farther.
I mean, why
What
not?
was the deal? It was like the
Something to do with the
spring in the face or something?
yeah, something
I
like
don't know.
that. And it wasn't just
It's kind of like corking your wood bat, like for batting practice. So you hit those bombs a little bit farther.
except when you break your bat, everyone's gonna know about it. Like your driver is
You broke your club.
well, and we'll get to that, and that's kind of where we're going. So, let's go back to what did you think about the Xander Schauffele thing? Like, I know you heard the rumors and stuff, and his
I saw his
statements.
interview.
Yeah.
He's kind of crybaby about it. But I agree. It's my thinking that if they're going to test one guy's club, they got to test them all. I don't like the random stuff because he's right. There's fucking 60, 80 guys that probably have clubs that might not be conforming that were
Yeah.
playing with them.
Exactly, and now they have a competitive advantage, and now because I see why freaking T. Wells freaking picked him. I mean,
He knew what he had.
he's got a hot driver. I mean,
Just
bombing that
bad
thing.
timing, bad luck.
and I'm not saying Xander Schauffele knew or I don't know any of that, and I don't know. Apparently, the rumor is that if you hit a particular club in the center of the club face like up to 100 times, it depreciates that integrity of that club and makes it illegal or against the rules to have.
Metal baseball bats do the same thing.
Oh, really?
The wall gets thinner.
Okay.
And it bounces more and it goes farther.
Oh shit!
So it's
Okay,
the
I
same
didn't know
thing,
that.
Same thing with golf. It's like, when in college when we were playing baseball, we'd always hide bats when the umps would come over to do the pregame inspection. You'd
Okay.
hide the bats you wanted to use and let them check all the ones you were using.
All the
for batting
shitty
practice.
ones?
And then in the game, you pull those hot bats out. We knew which ones were hot and which ones weren't. And a little guy like me could hit the ball 400 feet. If you gave me a regular conforming bat, I'd be flying out to left field. So it's kind of the same mentality.
Okay, that makes sense. So Yeah, so it wasn't just his company; it was a couple other companies, and I'm not going to mention.
He called
the names.
everybody out too.
He was pissed because someone apparently it's supposed to be like no, you're not. The RNA was not supposed to like tell anyone that he had an illegal driver or whatever, and then some player was like, "Hey, dude, you got fucking rocking illegal driver."
Did call him a cheater?
Yes, one of his buddies. yeah, and he was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
So then he called out, besides Callaway, PXG, and TaylorMade, and was like, "These 4 people out of 30 had bad drivers." And we don't know who those people are or what model they're playing. Anyway, so I go on, super jacked about the Open. Me and my kid are watching it, and I hear this run. I'm like, I'm going with Callaway. Like why not? Like let's unleash the jailbreak technology. So, one of our guys that listens to us off the deck, he recommended I go to this website and essentially get a driver. So they had a bunch of good deals, and I found some value in what they were selling, and I really like the one of the new clubs I put in the bag, which is the 2-iron. The driving iron has this. Again, yes, I'm a 10 handicap and I have a 2-iron, but I freaking bomb it though.
It's a beautiful club.
Did I hit it 285?
That's
I might have hit a sprinkler head or something, but
Hey.
I hit it good.
Down the middle.
So I get these new clubs in, right? I get this driver, I get this 3-wood, and I'm all excited. And I live in an area where I can hit some golf balls. I live on top of a hill where I don't have any neighbors, and so I'm out in my backyard, little driving mat, and I grabbed this new freaking driver, and I'm super excited about it. Sure enough, tee went up, freaking smacked the shit out of it. The freaking club had wraps around my body, and it's like I was in some long drive competition, and just the shaft of the club just snaps around my body, and I'm holding just the freaking grip of the fucking club while this driver head is tumbling into the dirt. Like, I don't live in there's like rocks and dirt and freaking weeds everywhere, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, you got to be kidding me. Like,
So we don't have this on film, right?
no,
Did anybody see it?
no one saw it. I come in the house and my wife's like, what is wrong? And I'm like, I don't know what just happened, but I hit a golf ball and I snapped the club in half. And come to find out, it was no big deal. I called the company and they're gonna overnight me a new driver. But it was, I don't know, scared the shit out of me. I'm like, I'm either lifting too many weights.
Right.
I'm on that
I was
Brooks
gonna say
Koepka.
that club head speed's probably hot right now.
It is way hot.
God damn. One swing and you break a club.
I'm breaking them off at the grip. I mean, it was so. 3-wood was hot though. It was freaking good.
Like I'll tell the viewers, I knew JC was up to something because he was selling all his old shit on Facebook. So
Yeah.
like he must be having some new club coming.
I got a new
drive or
itch.
something. Yeah, and then I found out that he has $5,000 in his garage.
What
so,
is-
so selling it all.
I'm not selling $5,000.
I might have to do that.
It just, we're so into golf, and I've got like extra bags. I have like 3 sets of irons that I'm not using that I just have, and I'm like, screw it. Like someone else could use it. I mean,
Well,
I'm sure some
Wade-
beginner golfer.
Doesn't Wade want to buy some clubs?
I already sold him a set of irons.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I sold some Cobras I had.
You had Cobras?
Well, I won them in a raffle.
Oh, at Castle Oaks.
Yeah, Castle Oaks. One of them.
Brand new.
Yeah, they're brand new.
I remember those. So.
Yeah, some F series or something. So I don't know. So that's my story with the new driver. I
I
haven't.
think it's pretty classic.
It just so I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I was so excited about playing this driver. One shot. One shot.
One and done, baby.
Oh well. What else?
Oh,
What
what you
else
got
got? Dude, oh shit. You know what? So I'm gonna tell the viewers and listeners, because now you guys can actually watch this, and hopefully, and I don't even care about the lighting or how you were. Again, we're on the porn couch, freaking
Right.
recording this podcast, but
Our next casting will be better.
it, yeah, exactly.
We'll be more prepared.
It might have a few new followers. Hashtag whatever. But so Jeff freaking says, hey, for my birthday, we're gonna book this tea time on Saturday. You available? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, let's go, let's play. Like, where are we playing? And he names off this it's a nice course. Don't get me wrong. I like playing it. It's fun. It's a good course. And I'm like, all right, sure. Like we'll take 5 hours on my day and play this. It's a decent course. It's not bad. It's just for your birthday. I mean, let's spend some money. Let's go out and have a good time. Let's record a podcast, do some videos, do some funny shit. And so I'm like, why are we playing Edgewood? So Jeff fucking was like, "Fuck it!" So he booked a fucking 4-person round at
Well,
Edgewood.
I think the exact words you said to me, and I did. I came up with this golf course in Folsom, and I was like, all right, we'll go play there, and then we'll go have dinner and whatever. It's kind of like another day. But
Yeah.
And then JC's like, "What are you turning 8? Like, why are we playing there? It's like pitch and putt. Like,
Right.
if we're
Why are we
gonna-
going to Chuck E. Cheese?
If it's
when
your
we
birthday,
could go to Disneyland.
right? Let's go fucking big. Let's go somewhere." And so it took about 3 seconds for him to talk me into it. And next thing you know, I was online finding tee times and getting a hotel room. And now
So
we're
you
going
did
to
get a
Tahoe.
hotel room?
Oh yeah,
Where are you staying
Hard
at?
Rock.
Hard Rock. All right.
Hard Rock.
Good.
Right across the street. We can walk over, walk back.
I freaking love it.
The girls are coming. My parents, my dad's got like 3 nights booked up there.
Oh,
He's
shit,
all
really?
excited.
I'm
Smithers is in.
I'm pumped for that. It's going to be a good weekend, and we're not only going to be doing your birthday weekend, but then we got a concert to go to, which is going to be, going to be
Well, Hank
rough-
Williams.
rough and rowdy. I think.
Right? Yeah.
Good times.
Edgewood's gonna be fun though. We got a middle of the daytime 12:30. We get up there early. Podcast. Try to get my old man on there. Get him talking a little bit. I don't know if we'll be able to make him shut up, but get him on there. It's not like we don't fucking never shut up either. So
No, we will continue to talk forever, but
yeah, but
Yeah.
but it's fucking expensive nowadays.
so the last time I played it was, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it was like $225. Like, and we got a tee time at like 9:30 in the morning on a Saturday, and it was great. And it was like, I'm like, $225, no big deal. Then you mentioned it was $1,200 for a foursome.
Yeah, it's $3 each. And that doesn't matter if you play at 7 in the morning or if you're playing at 2:30 in the afternoon.
I know.
Like,
I checked
it's
the
$3.
later day, and no, yeah, you played 9 holes for $300 too.
Yeah. Whew.
I'm gonna have a deep, long range session. I'm gonna get all that value.
All those free range balls, just put in some work.
Exactly. So that should be fun. I mean, that's coming up in a couple weeks. We'll do a podcast up there in South Lake, one of your favorite golf courses. What the hell? Yeah, no more Chuck E. Cheese birthdays. What the hell?
I don't know.
I was also looking at, so when you said $300, I'm like, we'll go play Spanish Bay or like, I don't know, one of the big courses down in Monterey, but I don't know, we'll see. But
The thing about Edgewood, I started looking. I was like, well, if I'm going to spend $300 for golf, maybe they got to stay and play like at their new.
Oh, yeah,
hotel.
absolutely.
Oh no,
no, they don't.
$800, $900 for the room, and that does not include golf. So I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Holy
I'll
shit.
go at the old Horizon, Hard
The
Rock.
old Horizon.
Yeah.
That place was
My AstroTurf like
Exactly.
deck on the back.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Shit, I don't know. What's next? What's next on the schedule?
Well, we got August. We're going to play at Saddle Creek. We
Yep.
got that trip coming up. The Race to the Bottle is back in effect. We're going to have Edgewood,
Yep. It'll be
Saddle Creek. I just wonder at Edgewood, what are we going to do? Are we going to play the American Century tees? Are we going to play the back tees? What are we going to do?
I think the last time I played, the last 1.5 times I played it, we played the whatever the white tees were, which was, I don't know, 6,000 yards or something. But dude, it's up to you. It's your birthday.
Well, but it's your pick.
No, I've
Yeah.
our pick might be the fucking monster golf on the way up there. I don't know.
Magic carpet.
Yeah, magic carpet golf.
Always going
So-
farther. Always.
I don't know where is the American Century tees at. I saw them at the tournament when we were up there,
I
but
think they play the one in front of the back tees. So I think, what do they got, like 5 sets up there?
I think so.
Yeah. So I think they play the one in front of them. Something like that. But I don't know. The ball goes a mile up there. So
Because a mile, plus I'm over that new driver just smoking it.
if the shaft doesn't break,
It just
bring
snap in
bring
half.
some duct tape and fucking put that thing back
Exactly.
together after your range session.
Fucking duct tape and fucking baling wire.
I plan on drinking a little bit on the golf course that day too. So
I plan on feeding you some drinks. I hope you shoot 72, but I hope I shoot like 74 with 10 strokes.
you know what I'm looking forward to? The bunkers. Like I might purposely aim for the sand. Their sand traps are so perfect that it's almost like 90% get up and down out of them.
Oh yeah.
Where at some of the courses we play, not to mention any name, it's automatic bogey. Automatic.
Yeah,
There is no up and downs at some of the courses around here.
it's
Those buttery, soft,
Oh, yeah.
white beach sands. I'm telling you.
when you like shudder your feet in them.
Because
and
we're
it's
going to
just-
play a skins game too, probably.
Oh,
A
yeah.
game in the game.
Yeah.
And sandy dots all day.
Love it. I'm excited about it. I don't even think I told my wife yet, but I'm like,
That's not good.
yeah, work it out. I got the day off on Sunday, I think. So
You do?
yeah, I think so. So it'll be good stuff. So, guys, really appreciate you guys listening to the podcast, downloading it. Hopefully you enjoy the video side of this. We're going to release that on YouTube. So again, if you do me a favor. I mean, if you guys want to help us out at all, if you want to be on the podcast, I mean, send us a direct message. Send me a text message. We have that capability. I think it's fun to interact with some of our listeners and kind of get their opinion on golf, and kind of the trips that we're going to be taking here in the next few weeks. I don't know. You got anything for the listeners?
No, I think once we get our schedules at work more squared away and we're kind of stable with that, getting people to call in and actually having set times is going to be really easy.
I think so.
And people want to be on the podcast and interact with us and talk some shit. Travis, he jumped on and, he's one of our most popular ones.
Yeah, freaking killed it.
Who's this guy? Where'd you get him? Where'd you find this guy? He's amazing, and we've got more people out there that want to be on it. So I think once we get all settled in at work, summertime kind of gets over with, we'll be doing a lot more interacting.
Absolutely. So the purpose of us filming the podcast is, one, people for whatever reason want to see us more.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I've heard.
They like our faces?
They like our face.
Well, we had to cut our hair.
We
no longer have our long hair anymore.
It was a strong suggestion that I cut my hair. It was almost a directive, but oh well.
Sometimes that happens at work.
You kind of
push the limits, right? Whether it's your boots, your pants, sometimes your undershirt, your hair,
some deep
whether
V's.
or not you've shaved or not.
We're graveyard all the time. It's no big
Graveyard, you
deal.
can get away with that shit.
So I reached out to one of these podcasts, and they're like, "Yeah, we're releasing a pod on Monday." And I'm like, "How the hell do you guys do this? I know you guys do this part time. Like, what the? Like, we're teachers." I'm like, I freaking.
Oh,
hate
so they
you
got
guys.
a month and a half off right now.
Yes, they got 3 months
That's
off.
the life.
Oh,
My
If I could do it all
wife's
over.
got that schedule too, and it's like she doesn't even know what day it is. Every day's Friday.
yep. Just hanging out, freaking having cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to freaking just record podcasts like every day, just talk shit and play golf. It'd be great.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we're looking for a giant sponsor that wants to pay us several $100,000 every
So we can quit our jobs and do this full time.
and just talk shit on the porn couch.
Oh, one other thing before we go. Check out Instagram. We are going to do a video here shortly, and we're going to pick our winner for the Amador County Fair Derby tickets, entry tickets, and a parking pass.
These are like
It's like fucking gold up here in Amador County.
It is. We could have flipped these things for a lot. We could have been standing outside the freaking gate like
While we're working, scalpers out
tickets.
on Landrum Street,
Exactly.
by the trailer park. Hey, come on. Yeah, no, these things sell out like immediately.
absolutely.
And I don't know how many it holds, 2,000 maybe people in there, maybe a few more, but they sell out immediately. And then we've also got entry tickets and parking pass.
Cool.
So
Good.
we're going to give it away to one of our newest followers.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. If you followed us and tagged somebody, and we had a good turnout and put us over 300 followers.
The average cart girl wanted to fly out.
Yeah, if we had a bigger budget, we could maybe have made that happen. You can fly into Stockton.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Freaking a Legionnaire, freaking crop dusting plane.
Yeah, $100 round trip, St. Louis. Except for she's always complaining on Instagram about the heat out there in St. Louis.
Oh yeah. She's
It's going to be 105 the day of the Derby here.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be freaking brutal.
she'll be drinking a lot of Budweisers.
Absolutely. So, guys, really appreciate the download, the listen. Do me a favor and tell someone about it. We really appreciate it. Again, go on our website. We have our hats and T-shirts for sale. www.thealohapress.com. And I don't know. Let's wrap it at that.
Yeah, the tanks and the hats are coming too for anybody that pre-ordered. Those will be done this week, and we'll get them to you. So,
Awesome. Very good. All right, guys. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.
aloha, baby.
Cheers.
Wearing all black, being aggressive, hitting bombs. Got to hit bombs off the tee to be able to get to those small sections. And that's what I'm going to do today. Hit bombs and attack the pin.